So how do you ensure video surveillance is HIPAA compliant? When you use security cameras in a healthcare environment, the video footage that you record qualifies as PHI, which is protected health information. As PHI, video surveillance footage must be protected according to HIPAA regulations. And then these are HIPAA's regulations in hospitals in the state of Utah. Adult patients, 7 years. So if they don't retain their security footage for 7 years, then I have a lawsuit against them for a HIPAA privacy law violation. And this is from HIPAA medical retention record laws.png. Anyways, this was from a actually reliable resource. I remember I circled this too. That's right. Regardless of such, so there's that. So they're legally obligated to protect the security surveillance footage just like protected health information. So they have to keep it for a minimum of 7 years in the state of Utah. The hospitals do, not doctors, but this was an emergency room visit. So their security cameras have to have the security footage of me on those specific dates. And if they don't, then I have a medical malpractice lawsuit against them. And they're held liable for that at the very least. Not to say that, it's not just further evidence that they're concealing evidence and everything along those lines of those videotapes are missing. And at least I get money out of that as well, financial compensation. And then from there, there's also the question of what happened to the security tapes. Because that is more evident that there is something going on of criminal activity than it is that there is, that there is not any criminal activity going on. Or else they would just have the security tapes, right? They wouldn't violate the law, and I wouldn't have a medical malpractice lawsuit against them, right? If they just followed the law. But, there's obvious suspicion to getting rid of that. So, I really, really, really need my mother to help me because, if she understood how much I was being abused with the hypnosis is inhibiting my ability to speak. And it is basically one of the one of the things they told me was basically anything that benefits me doesn't benefit them, right? So it has to be for their benefit and not for my benefit. Kind of the rules with the hypnosis. And I mean, it is affecting every aspect of my life. Repressing my memory, inhibiting my ability to speak. They gave me rules to inhibit my ability to speak to the extent where I wouldn't notice, where someone else wouldn't notice, or where they wouldn't get caught for it. So I'm pointing that out as well because, they didn't want to exactly make me look like I'm doing a stage hypnosis show. But at the same time, when I was resisting post-hypnotic suggestions, they covered it up with more post-hypnotic suggestions. They would have me cringe, shake, even become angry. Literally, hypnotizing me to become angry when I would resist post-hypnotic suggestions. Telling me that it was because I was ruining what I was doing, what they did to abuse me. But this is very, very serious. And if my mother understood the seriousness of the situation, she would flip. It's my birthday night. I've been trying to get ready to make this video all day, just because I noticed my mom posted my timeline for my birthday. I figured, hey, if she happens to look at my Facebook, right? Well, there's nothing that is illegal about me making the video. Nothing. I can show the video to everybody else too. It doesn't matter. It's not illegal. So, I'm pressing charges against Logan Courthouse for this because this is straight sick. This is abuse. Anyways, I love you, Mom. Hi, Mom. I hope that you at least end up watching the video. I apologize if I was being abused so much with hypnosis that I kind of talked in circles and that you may have had difficulty concentrating or paying attention to what I'm saying because I'm being abused with hypnosis. And that's not my fault. But in all seriousness, the entirety of the situation is so severe. I got hypnotized in 3 different states by these 8 people that collaborated together against me. Total of 8 different times that I was hypnotized. So they all had the same story, all with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, all about medical malpractice, and they all used the same hypnotic commands. So, they all told me that Donald Trump was involved. They all told me that these celebrities were involved too. Now, I have something that I need to explain that basically singles out the one person that would be involved, being political, and, the celebrities not having any actual direct involvement, although, they definitely use their name and their image and everything along those lines, and, their producers definitely could have very heavily been involved, but, regardless of such, that's not the point. So what I am saying, though, is, I messaged all these people before the date of the allegations. I was framed. I didn't even know I was hypnotized for like a year after it happened. It's happened in like April 2018, when I first got hypnotized. And like I didn't even know. So like with all the concepts and everything along those lines, like everything that I was saying makes sense, and especially because with how they prescribe Valium in the jail, they told me that they designed that jail just for me, and that they had some jail guards that were hired just for me, for example, which I believe to an extent. But they also told me that they had some jail guards. And some of the jail guards did kind of physically resemble some of my friends and family. Kind of creepy in a sense, but they hypnotized me to think like each of the jail guards meant like different things or represented even different people, and that it was for a movie. They prescribe Valium instead of Librium, which is unheard of for detox. It's not that it's necessarily completely unheard of. Jordan Valley Medical Center also prescribed me Valium for an alcohol detox. After I got hypnotized in their emergency room and given death threats in their emergency room. Because apparently my hyperventilation syndrome was made me like a 3-eyed mutant fish that they just wanted to get rid of. They didn't want me to end up on the news or in the Guinness Book of World Records because of my medical malpractice lawsuit. There is a lot going into this, specifically with Bearer for Mental Health as well, and Dr. Edward Red, who is also political. So if you can connect the dots, Charlie Sheen has AIDS, Jared has AIDS, the Subway guy, right? Dietitian and fitness trainer were his assistants, his aides. Charlie Sheen can hire big men to break my legs if I'm acting like I'm scared, right? And my mom has Bearer Mental Health aides or Bearer Mental Health assistants that come and see her every day. So if you watch the video from the beginning to end, you kind of get the gist of what I'm saying. Anyways, and again, even the tension and everything like that, that was all the hypnosis. So I apologize about that, because it's making me act weird and I don't like it. It's very, very abusive. Also, I was even hypnotized because they wanted to separate me from specifically my aunt and uncle, Mike and Cindy, and then my grandpa Baker, with a watch thing, right? That's what I was hypnotized to think the watch also meant, because, in dentistry, they use hypnosis to treat pain. And I mean, this doesn't necessarily mean that they know very much about hypnosis by any means, which unfortunately I've had to learn quite a bit more about. I actually ended up becoming certified in hypnosis. So the way that hypnosis works, like I described the critical faculty, critical factor, um, when you bypass that, you can control a lot of functions that are controlled by the brain, um, like your senses, sense of pain, thirst, smell. Um, you can do some like very, very interesting things, like and a lot of stage hypnosis shows, and like hypnosis is very real. I mean, like those security tapes, and then the ABC News stories, very well evidence of it as well. But a lot of hypnotists have even like hypnotize people to not be able to see them, and then they'd carry like a water bottle, and then the people that were hypnotized would like literally believe that they saw like a floating water bottle, and they wouldn't be able to see the hypnotist carrying it. Or even I think I like in my hypnosis course. Well, it wasn't actually on this specific situation, but like mosquito bites, for example, you could see, that would happen a lot in this. Wow, that hypnosis is inhibiting me. So I'm trying to explain the hypnosis course that I took, right? And that, just like some of the examples in the stage, in the entertainment hypnosis section, of the course. It was like a 24 course hypnosis course. Sorry about that. So anyways, the entertainment section included post-hypnotic suggestions that he demonstrated with having a volunteer, like hypnotizing volunteers to feel cold or hot, and feel mosquito bites, feel pinching from other people, and to actually think some very interesting things, or what very, very interesting things. So in that stage hypnosis context, I mean, it's not very surprising that you can hypnotize a person to think that they were on the Titanic, and then see them start freaking out and everything like that. Moreover, it was hypnotizing everyone to think they were on a cruise ship vacation, and then didn't tell them what the ship was that they were on, and then telling them it's the Titanic, and then everyone starts freaking out. Even starts swimming on the stage, or trying to swim on the stage like that. So with what I'm talking about, it's not hard to believe at all at that point. But I really went off the board on the video in length. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. I love you, Mom. I hope you watched the video. I am terrified for my life. I need help. I would love to talk to you sometime. My birthday's been absolutely horrible. It's been a horrible day. I hope that, you watch the video and you see how much I'm being abused, and that, you try to do something about it, because, I've tried to go to the police, and they've told me that since I got hypnotized in 3 different states, it's out of their jurisdiction, which it would be. That's like the FBI and everything like that. But most importantly, I need to get probation off of my back as soon as possible. So I would really love it if you contacted Logan. I would really love it if my mother was able to contact Logan Courthouse, and remove the restraining order. Get a hold of me, message me, call me, whatever. Even on Facebook if necessary, and then ask me to explain the situation a little bit, and we could go ahead and contact some attorneys and press charges against the state of Utah and against Logan Courthouse. Um, there's no real need to give them any information other than, you can of course tell them that you saw a video on Facebook, you're worried about my safety, and you never asked for a restraining order in the first place, you see no need for a restraining order, and that you just want to be able to talk to me again. You could also threaten to press charges for it as well, and explain how it's threatening and endangering my safety as well, because I'm hypnotized and I need my mom to help me get unhypnotized. Um, and it'd really be nice to have somebody that I knew loved me, just help me right now, because there's a lot of people out there that don't actually care that much at all. And it's a complicated situation. It's long, and I can't expect anybody to call the police except for my mother, to be honest, because even talking to the police is not going to do any good. But if my mom got involved, then I'm going to be on the news. But and what I mean by I can't expect anybody to call the police for me is the video with Adult Protective Services where I'm calling them and everything along those lines. And the follow through with the police to tell them no, hypnosis is real, everything, right? That's hard to get my friends to do, or family, or let alone a stranger, right? Especially because you have to explain that I'm not crazy and it's a complicated situation, and there's so much more involved in the entirety of it. I'm talking so much. I need to end the video. Anyways, have a good night. I really miss my mom. I really need help. My life is in danger. And I am hypnotized, and this is ridiculous. I can't stand it anymore. I can't stand it. Can't stand it. It's ruining my life. The hypnosis inhibited my ability to even consult with attorneys, and inhibited my ability to speak and repress my memory. I developed organ failure, loss of organ function because of the hypnosis. I developed a medical condition called urinary incontinence that I have to deal with for the rest of my life because of it. And also, if anybody needed evidence of the hypnosis too, I can get all this evidence and everything like that easy. I already presented some evidence because of the messages. I'm not lying about it. I printed off those screenshots at the library, showed them in the video, explained how they, because a lot of the Instagram messages just to the celebrities required a little bit of context for complete understanding. And then the other ones just reference hypnosis straight up. How do I wake up, right? That's what I thought the Valium was supposed to do. That's what I was hypnotized to think it was supposed to do. And, it turns out that I got framed because I wanted to legalize marijuana federally. And I thought it was absolutely disgusting how all these politicians were lying to everybody, saying that, marijuana is bad for you, all this, political propaganda, these horror stories about it, even the commercials. I got threatened because I made a parody of a commercial that I was going to make for the YouTube channel. And, they told me to make a movie instead of, a YouTube channel. And that I was going to be able to go on, NBC and talk about it and everything like that. Legalizing marijuana and everything. With a celebrity. And, you know what I mean? Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds like something the Make-A-Wish Foundation would do almost, right? Not necessarily, but, in the context of you know, being hypnotized and having the critical faculty bypassed, and less functioning than that of a small child that believes in the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, and the Easter Bunny. You know, that's not crazy, that's not mental illness, and that's not gullibility. That's hypnosis. That's a science. It's just how it is. Um, um, Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and go to bed now. Thanks for watching the video. Have a good night. Shit. Today's my birthday, actually, and my mother even... That video is over an hour.